By definition, artificial intelligence is something we think of as autonomous, acting in the world on its own volition. Yet in reality, AI is deeply embedded and dependent on the social world of human beings. AI technologies are designed by humans, rely on human labour, and are beginning to radically change the way humans interact with technology and each other on a daily basis. To fully understand AI then, whether you're using it in your personal life, integrating it into your workplace, or concerned about its impact on the world, it helps to think sociologically about it. And this is what this series of short videos is about. And in this first one, we ask, what exactly is AI? Why is it important? And how does social science help us analyse it? If you've encountered AI before, it was probably through a natural language processing tool like Siri, Alexa, or ChatGPT. These systems are considered intelligent because they can process human language and respond in useful ways. You might also have used facial recognition technology on your phone or have heard of self-driving cars. These are examples of machine vision, where AI interprets visual data and reacts accordingly. In both cases, AI systems are trained on massive data sets using algorithms designed to find patterns, not just store information. For instance, a computer might be shown thousands of images of cats and dogs, and over time, it learns to tell them apart by spotting consistent differences. So the more data it receives, the better it gets. And once trained, these systems can then be used to classify new images or text and continue improving as people interact with them. And this process is called machine learning, where the AI adjusts itself based on the data it processes. Most of what we call AI today falls under this category, narrow AI, because each system is trained to do a specific task, like recognizing faces or analyzing text. And this is different from artificial general intelligence, a hypothetical AI that could learn any task, like a human. And that's the version you often hear about in headlines warning of AI outsmarting humanity and taking over the world. But as of now, AGI is still theoretical. So for now, AI is mostly about pattern recognition in data, systems getting better at doing one specific thing. So why does that matter? And that's what we're going to explore next. The use of AI is growing rapidly. In higher education, for example, a recent report by the think tank HEPI found that 88% of UK students used AI tools like ChatGPT to help them with their assessments, and this was up from just 53% the year before. Beyond education, a 2024 McKinsey survey found that 78% of organisations are now using AI compared to just 33% in 2023. Governments are responding with major investment strategies like the UK's £14 billion AI action plan, while global competition between China and the US is now often spoken of as a new space race. And this is something that Kai-Fu Lee explores in his book, AI Superpowers. So it's clear that AI is not just a passing trend, it's already reshaping society. And alongside its growth as a technology, AI is also expanding as a field of research, spanning many disciplines. As Frankish and Ramsey put it in the Cambridge Handbook of Artificial Intelligence, AI is an approach to understanding, modelling, and replicating intelligence and cognitive processes by invoking various computational, mathematical, logical, mechanical, and even biological principles and devices. This definition doesn't mention philosophy or psychology, both of which are crucial to defining what intelligence actually is and how humans relate to these systems. And to that, I think we also have to add social sciences. As Eva Luger writes in her book on AI, all of these AI systems are both designed by humans and operate in the social world. They're embedded in the same messy social complexity and so are subject to the same ethical, regulatory, and social concerns. So, as AI systems mediate more parts of daily life, AI research must also expand to understand how society is changing in response. One really interesting book that underlines the importance of taking a social science approach is Kate Crawford's Atlas of AI. By mapping out how AI systems actually exist in real-world spaces, Crawford ends up arguing quite controversially that AI is not actually artificial or intelligent. Crawford explains how AI is founded on networks of human activity, i.e. the social world. It's therefore not autonomous or artificial because AI technologies require ongoing human labour to build and sustain them, which in turn requires social and political organisation. In next week's video, we'll be looking more closely at this hidden labour powering AI, in particular via two great books, Feeding the Machine by Muldoon, Graham and Kant, and Ghostwork by Gray and Suri, both of which detail in depth the new forms of work undertaken by people to keep AI systems going. Going back to Crawford for now though, she also argues that while AI's pattern-seeking intelligence is modelled on the human mind, it overlooks fundamental ways in which humans are embodied, relational, and embedded in wider ecologies. As noted earlier, today's AI systems are considered narrow. They specialise in processing one type of data to achieve one type of task. Whether general intelligence can ever be separated out from this messy biological, social and environmental conditions that shape human thinking still remains unclear. Though as we'll explore later in the series, much depends on how we define intelligence and who has the power to define it. It's also important to note that while AI systems are currently narrow and heavily dependent on human labour, these are precisely the limitations that big tech companies are racing to overcome. What all of this underlines is why thinking sociologically about AI is so important. It helps us ask crucial questions like who's designing and building these systems, whose values are embedded in them, who benefits and who bears the cost, and how can we identify and interpret the various changes and issues as these technologies spread throughout societies. These are the kinds of questions we'll be exploring on this channel. AI tools already help rapidly speed up tedious, repetitive tasks that no one enjoys doing, and so it clearly has immediate potential for improving people's lives if used properly. But as we start to use AI, these are the kinds of questions we all need to be asking at individual and collective levels if we want to integrate AI into our lives responsibly. We want to think constructively about how AI can be used by individuals and organisations to make everyday life better. And if you've got any ideas about this, it'd be great to read them in the comments. But otherwise, thanks for watching.